undefeated streak intact. Kurt Angle kicking us off on Heat.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 237 pounds, is the only Olympic gold medalist to grace a World Wrestling Federation ring and the most celebrated real athlete in the history of the WWF, Kurt Angle.
Well, Kurt Angle should be adored by fans, you would think, right? An Olympic gold medalist and all. But instead, he's really despised. We'll talk about that in a moment. And his undefeated streak could be in jeopardy.
From Toronto, Canada, weighing in at 215 pounds, Christian.
And we found out that Christian's going to be the best man in his brother Edge's wedding. That's right. We found out this past week that Edge is going to be marrying Val Venus' sister, Alana. And Val seems to be good with that. It's going to be a really nice family situation here in the World Wrestling Federation. Christian, Kurt Angle set to go one-on-one. I'll tell you, Kurt Angle's streak could be in serious jeopardy because Christian can really go, and this should be an entertaining match as we kick off what's expected to be a wild show here on Heat.
Please, give me 1 minute. Just 1 minute, please.
Time up.
I'm sure all of you know I am still the only undefeated wrestler here in the World Wrestling Federation. And many of the boys, these fine wrestlers, are gunning for me, trying to break my unbeaten streak. For instance, Christian. Now, Christian, I know this has to be one of the biggest nights of your life. The possibility of ending an Olympic hero's unbeaten streak would be a phenomenal task.
Well, this crowd truly detests Kurt Angle.
You know what? Just forget it. I will prove to all of you what I can do on this mat right now.
Well, actions always do speak louder than words as Angle gets set to go one-on-one with Christian. Perhaps the most shocking event of this past week. You saw in the UK yesterday on SmackDown, Cactus Jack returning to the World Wrestling Federation. I guess if you would describe Cactus Jack in one word, it would have to be aggressive. Cactus Jack is the most dangerous of all the personalities that live within Mick Foley. And what Christian really going to crank it up here, going to go for the win. Angle catches a boot to the face from Christian. Nice leg sweep takedown by Kurt Angle. And as fans saw Friday on Raw, we knew it was going to be Mankind against Triple H for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. And I think Triple H felt fairly confident. That's why he accepted that match so quickly. But look out, what Triple H did to Mankind at the end of that broadcast brought out that Cactus Jack personality. Christian! Oh, hey, great athletic ability from Christian. Now Triple H has got to be wondering, you know, the fear in his eyes was there on SmackDown. And how the complexion for the Royal Rumble has changed with the World Wrestling Federation Championship on the line. Lava just draw pinning combination. Christian, kick out after 2. Royal Rumble comes your way next week live at 1 a.m. right here on Channel 4. I know a lot of fans have got to be wondering why in the States an American gold medalist like Kurt Angle would receive such a hostile welcome. I mean, it's part of his brashness, his confidence. When people tell you how great they are, and if you pattern yourself after them, then you'll be great too, it just doesn't sit too well. And that's the reason why Kurt Angle hears the jeers instead of the cheers. Christian moves out of the way. Kurt Angle, nice reversal. Up over the top, nice suplex. Christian in trouble as his head bounces off the mat. Royal Rumble main event now. Cactus Jack, Triple H in a street fight. It's going to be a war, and you talked about the pedigree through the announce table on Raw Friday night. Kevin may have snapped Mankind into the Cactus Jack realm, but Triple H has no one to blame but himself because of this long laundry list of problems he's had with Mankind. Well, Triple H certainly does not know what he is truly in for. I don't think any of us are really aware of what Cactus Jack is going to bring to the Royal Rumble. But keep in mind that if it wasn't for The Rock, Michael, Mankind wouldn't even be reinstated. Friday night on Raw, The Rock was leading a revolt against the McMahon-Helmsley coalition. He and 49 other WWF superstars were ready to walk. And they stopped Stephanie and Triple H in their tracks
and really got some concessions out of the McMahon-Helmsley coalition.
Yeah, one of the concessions, the reinstatement of Mick Foley. Look out. Oh! I think Kurt Angle hurt himself.
Big collision. Probably knocked the wind out of both men.
You know, Christian will be a part of the Royal Rumble match itself next Sunday night, 1 a.m. right here on Channel 4. 30 superstars vying for a shot to meet the champion at WrestleMania.
You mean The Rock and 29 other jabronis?
Yeah, jabronis. Nice Russian leg sweep by Christian. One of those jabronis, as The Rock calls them, the Big Show, who took exception to The Rock's verbiage yesterday on SmackDown.
And The Rock and Big Show certainly had their problems. Big egos colliding in that one, and that collision, I have a feeling, forthcoming in the Royal Rumble match, part of the huge event, which is next Sunday.
Oh, tornado DDT, second rope. Kurt Angle's in trouble, and so may be the undefeated streak.
Veteran maneuver, though, for the relatively inexperienced Angle, rolling out to safety, but where's he going, Michael?
I have no earthly idea. Well,
you don't think Kurt Angle's risking count out?
he may well have been to keep his undefeated streak going. Christian tosses him back in the ring, and we've got company.
Wait a minute, from behind.
The lethal weapon, Steve Blackman, attacking Christian from behind.
Well, certainly, Kurt Angle.
Hey, down. It's Edge. It's Christian's brother, Edge, hammering away on Blackman. And Christian sent him out. It's over, Kevin. The undefeated streak is over. But the referee is distracted by the fight on the ramp. I can't believe it. Referee Mike Sparks was distracted. Christian had Kurt Angle defeated. It would have been Angle's first loss in the World Wrestling Federation.
It's not over yet. Oh, wait a minute.
Now it is. Angle hooks the leg. Angle remains undefeated. And look at him celebrate.
Kurt Angle!
Take another look.
Well, after Steve Blackman interjected himself, Edge came down to defend his brother's honor. And with the referee distracted by the fight on the ramp, Christian was unable to score the 3 count. Kurt Angle showed his resolve. Christian was double-tongued as well. Kurt Angle and his undefeated streak pushed to the limit.
So Kurt Angle's undefeated streak is still intact.
Michael, you can set your watch to it. It's 4 on 4, and it's got to be time for Heat.
Thanks for joining us on Heat here on Channel 4, everybody. And still to come within the hour, we're going to take a look at the metamorphosis from Mankind to Cactus Jack for Mick Foley.
And a very dangerous proposition, I feel, for all parties involved. Plus, one-on-one, Michael, we'll see D'Lo Brown go up against Bubba Ray Dudley.
All that to come in the hour.
I am sick and tired of Kai and Tai. They screwed us last night, and we can't put up with this anymore. This is ridiculous. Ever since we were little kids, we got whatever we wanted, and now we can't get a win? It's ridiculous, man.
Hey, I know how we can guarantee a win tonight.
What do you want to do?
All we have to do is take out Kai and Tai before they ever make it to the ring.
That's a good idea.
Let's go get them.
Let's go do it.
Come on.
Seriously, make sure
Well, as Kai and Tai's translator would say, no brawling. But I think the Posse are looking for a fight.
Well, the Posse's frustrated. Kai and Tai, last night on a program here in the States called Jack, Kai and Tai cost the Posse an obvious victory and kept them on the losing streak, shall we say.
Posse set to meet Kai and Tai later today.
Making his way to the ring, being accompanied by Terry and Matt Hardy. He weighs in at 217 pounds. Jeff Hardy.
Just to remind everyone in the UK, Kevin, as Jeff Hardy gets set to go one-on-one with Prince Albert, how the Hardy Boys attain the services, so to speak, of their manager, Terry.
Well, going back to what was described as the match of the year of 1999, finals of Terry Invitational Tournament, a tournament that Terry had created herself to find out who was the superior team between Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys. The Hardys won the sensational ladder match and earned the services of Terry. They've been very successful with her by their side.
His opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 347 pounds, Prince Albert.
Well, the big boss man here in the World Wrestling Federation is the mentor to this man, Prince Albert. But Prince Albert and the big boss man have had some problems, as we saw begin this past week on Heat.
Well, of course, the problems between the boss man and Prince Albert reached a crescendo yesterday on SmackDown. Maybe those mentoring days are over. I know that Terry's been instrumental, as I said, in the Hardy Boys' success, almost like a spiritual sister.
Prince Albert staring at Terry. He goes 350, about 6'7". Jeff Hardy gives away a lot in weight, a lot in size. But he obviously has the quickness advantage as he goes to work on Prince Albert. You know, Y2J, Chris Jericho expected to be here a little bit later on Heat. Nice maneuver by Jeff Hardy. Quick cover. Kick out with authority after 2.
Jericho had his problems with the Big Red Machine Kane yesterday on SmackDown, courtesy of his own big mouth and Tori's paranoia.
Big drop kick, big man knocked up over the top rope.
What about the situation with China sort of framing him to Tori?
Oh, man! Jeff Hardy, the high flyer, brings this crowd to its feet.
The Hardy Boys unparalleled in their aerial ability here in the World Wrestling Federation.
Also going to see D'Lo Brown and Bubba Ray Dudley later on in Heat. And a special look at The Rock's return to the place he went to college. Look at this! Big sunset flip kick out after 2.
Jeff Hardy doing a nice job of changing the pace of this contest. The faster it goes for him, the better it works to his advantage. And Prince Albert is going to look to slow down the pace of this contest. Oh man.
A Rumble match next week. Triple H Cactus in a street fight. I think Triple H wants to get in and get out as fast as he can.
And what about The Rock in the Royal Rumble match itself? We will see The Rock a little later on, as you said, Michael. Oh man. I have a feeling The Rock is going to be a wanted man in the unique over-the-top rope battle royal that is the Royal Rumble match.
For those of you in the UK who've never experienced the Royal Rumble and the Royal Rumble match itself, you have the opportunity next Sunday at 1 a.m. live here on Channel 4. Look at the strength of Prince Albert. But you mentioned the Royal Rumble match is unique. It's 60 minutes long. 2 superstars start. Every minute afterward, another superstars enter until 30 event in the ring. The winner, the last man standing, gets a shot at the champion at WrestleMania.
And of course, it is all based on the luck of the draw. You could just as easily be the first man in as number 30.
Cover by Prince Albert and big shoulder up for Jeff Hardy.
History dictates that those that draw the later numbers, higher in the 20s and closer to 30, have a better advantage.
With the exception of last year. The first 2 men in the Rumble last year, Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Vince McMahon won the Rumble with a little bit of help, might I add.
Last year was a very history-making year for the Royal Rumble. It was the first time that we saw a woman enter, as China was the first female to ever be part of the Royal Rumble.
Look at this, Prince Albert, nobody home. Chest first into the turnbuckle. And Jeff Hardy looking to take advantage, but he's up there in no man's land.
Trying his best he can to turn it over, but instead, boy, the power of Prince Albert strikes.
Terry 8 foot of the ring. Terry wisely distracting the referee and also distracting Prince Albert.
Oh, Boss Man's making his way down.
Yeah, great.
Maybe there's been a, well, perhaps not. The Boss Man not exactly helping Prince Albert at all.
Hook of the leg. Jeff Hardy with a huge upset.
Here is your winner, Jeff Hardy.
Did the big Boss Man do it on purpose?
I think he did. The problems between the Boss Man and Prince Albert now cannot be made excuses for.
So the mentor teaching the pupil a serious lesson about life in the World Wrestling Federation. Oh no, where'd the Posse go?
Oh, jeez. Should have known this Rikishi. Hey, Hot Shot, you see Contact? What did you? Ring around it. Oh, my. Yo, man, you seen Contact? What? It would.
You know, you saw The Rock at the University of Miami. You read his new book, his autobiography, The Rock says he's got some very funny stories about life at the University of Miami.
Well, who doesn't have fun in college?
Following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois. Weighing in at 268 pounds, D'Lo Brown.
You know, he is a former 4-time European champion, D'Lo.
D'Lo Brown, a tremendous athlete, going to have his hands full with one half of the Dudley boys.
The mood is about to change.
What? The mood is about to change.
The whole arena was bathed in orange, and D'Lo's as puzzled as we are.
I'll tell you what I'm not puzzled about. Madison Square Garden is
sold out. Not a seat in the house for the Royal Rumble. Next Sunday Night Live, 1 a.m. here on Channel 4.
And this opponent being accompanied to the ring by Devon. He weighs in at 325 pounds. Bubba Ray Dudley.
A little bit of history between Bubba Ray and D'Lo.
Friday night on Raw, you saw the Godfather and D'Lo Brown team up against the Dudley Boys. An altercation on the outside led to this singles match here on Heat this afternoon on Channel 4.
So Bubba Ray said to go one-on-one with D'Lo, and well, there's the distraction from Devon, and I think we'll see a little bit of that in this matchup.
Bubba Ray and Devon, half-brothers from a mythical town called Dudleyville.
Well, I don't think they think it's mythical,
No,
at least Bubba Ray.
It's in their own minds.
And Bubba Ray has a tendency to stutter, which gets himself in some trouble.
And it's hard, as tough as it is, sometimes it's hard not to laugh at Bubba Ray Dudley.
Bubba Ray up over the top, big hip toss from D'Lo Brown. And there's the arm drag as well. You know, Mean Street Posse started this show off getting set to take on Kai and Tai later on. They were even looking for Kai and Tai, but they ran into Rikishi in the bathroom.
Well, it's just another testament to the fact that the Mean Street Posse are jerks. And going into the restroom and making fun of Rikishi got them in a bad way. Let's keep in mind the Mean Street Posse from a real snobby area of the United States, Greenwich, Connecticut, where like the per capita income is like $10 million a year. You got to have a lot of cash to live in Greenwich, Connecticut.
Which is what, 5 million in pounds?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that. Toss back into the ring, Bubba Ray Dudley. D'Lo Brown gonna climb. This kid for a big man, loves to fly. D'Lo top rope, cross body, lateral press, could be over. There's the count and a kick out after 2.
Well, Devon Dudley on the outside adds an element of danger for D'Lo Brown here in this one. And as long as...
Well, there it is.
I was just about to say, as long as D'Lo could keep Bubba Ray isolated, he'll be fine.
Well, case in point, Devon, all he did was grab the leg of D'Lo, but it was enough of a distraction to allow Bubba Ray to take control. You know, Devon, Bubba Ray, and D'Lo all will be part of that Royal Rumble match next Sunday night at 1 a.m. on Channel 4. Right here, you can see all the action and who's going to win. Who's going to get a shot at the champion at WrestleMania?
And who will be the World Wrestling Federation champion heading into WrestleMania? Is it going to be Triple H or is it going to be Cactus Jack?
Cover now. Look at this. 2, shoulder up for D'Lo.
Referee was slightly out of position. I'm sorry.
Well, there's that speech impediment. D'Lo rolled him up, hooked the leg. There's 2 and a kick out.
I don't mean any offense, but it's funny when Bubba Ray does it.
Bubba Ray with a clothesline, knocking D'Lo off his feet. Again, we're expecting to hear from Y2J Chris Jericho later on. He had some problems with Kane, as you mentioned yesterday on SmackDown, Kevin. But situation is this. Kane is in love with Tori.
And Tori has been acting very strangely since she spent the holidays with X-Pac.
But she said X-Pac was a gentleman, but all these other superstars in the World Wrestling Federation are beginning to figure out if you can freak Tori out a little bit. She's going to go to Kane. Kane's going to get upset. You can get your business taken care of relatively cheaply.
And the fact of the matter is Devon once again exerting himself on D'Lo Brown. The fact of the matter is that Chris Jericho never made any overtures towards Tori. It's this imagination that Tori has apparently, and I'm wondering really if something did happen when her and X-Pac were together.
Well, perhaps China set Chris Jericho up, telling Tori that Jericho had been fantasizing about her. I think Chris Jericho just proceeded to put his foot in his mouth.
Certainly did, and felt the wrath of the Big Red Machine Kane. So not only does Jericho want to address, we understand, Kane, but also his co-intercontinental champion, China.
Sunset flip. Does D'Lo have enough leverage to get the big man over? Bubba Ray reaching for his brother, can't do it. There it is. There's 1, there's 2, and a kick out by Bubba Ray, quickly to his feet. D'Lo misses right hand, up off the ropes and walks right into a sidewalk slam.
D'Lo saw Devon, wait a second,
Cover, hooks the leg, kick out after 2.
D'Lo saw Devon on the near side of the ring, was about to hit the ropes, changed his direction, and it was enough for Bubba Ray to seize control. Devon Dudley even a factor when he's not a factor.
Well, the 4th-time European champion D'Lo Brown is cooking on all cylinders here on Channel 4. And here comes the patented leg drop from the 265-pound D'Lo Brown.
Incredible resiliency from D'Lo.
Hooks the leg across the sternum, and Bubba Ray somehow gets his right shoulder up. D'Lo cannot believe it. Bubba Ray whipped off the ropes. D'Lo catches it with an elbow to the face. Again a cover. Again a hook of the leg. Again a 2 count and a kick out again. D'Lo really looking good in this one, but can't keep the big Bubba Ray down, Kevin.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. Bubba in la-la land.
Oh, nice counter. D'Lo paid for it. Oh, no, can you believe that?
Ooh, man.
Backside to the face.
D'Lo was going for the Hurricane Rana there.
Talk about kissing some, and there's the shoulder up for D'Lo.
This match beginning to take its toll on both men. You hear, yeah, I was about to say, you can hear brother Devon on the outside exerting vocally now towards Bubba Ray.
Now look at D'Lo. I don't know how much he has left, and Bubba Ray just calling for Devon, and no.
Well, wait a minute. Now, you can't do this.
Yeah, this is real fair. Devon climbing to the top rope. Give me a break.
Referee Chad Patton telling Devon he's going to disqualify his brother. If he indeed does take that top rope leap.
Well, Kevin, you got to give Chad Patton some credit stepping in front of Devon.
Now he's giving him a heave-ho, Michael.
Chad Patton is kicking Devon Dudley away from ringside. And D'Lo from behind. Bubba Ray was distracted. But not distracted that much. There's the Samoan drop planting D'Lo. Well, Bubba Ray may be taking his anger at the referee out on D'Lo Brown. Second rope for Bubba Ray Dudley. D'Lo is in deep trouble. This could be it. Second rope, D'Lo rolls out of the way.
Bubba Ray took a little bit too much time in that second strand, and now the sky high.
D'Lo with the sky high. It is over.
Here's your winner, D'Lo Brown.
Devon can't believe it. Neither can Bubba Ray. But D'Lo Brown in the sky high as he picks up the win over Bubba Ray Dudley. Well, look at Devon. I don't think we heard the last of this little rivalry that's developing between D'Lo Brown and the Dudley boys. Oh, no. Look at this.
What's wrong, man?
What's up, man? Where you guys been, man?
What's wrong, man?
Man, you got my back?
We got your back.
You got my back.
Yeah, man, I got your back.
All right, we got business to take care of. All right? The posse came and tried to make fun of me and my tonight.
The posse?
The posse, that's right. I want to tell you guys something, though. Tonight, the posse's going to feel Rikishi's on top of their face tonight. Yeah. You got my back.
Hey,
Let's do this. Let's do it.
We're back on Heat here on Channel 4. We found out on SmackDown this past week, what a shocker. The main event at the Royal Rumble has changed. It's now Triple H versus Cactus Jack.
Well, what a special night it is going to be, and everybody's going to be tuning in on Channel 4 to see the most dangerous of all of Mick Foley's personality, Michael. And make no mistake about it, Cactus Jack is by far the most dangerous one that lives inside the deranged mind.
Triple H and Stephanie, bring your candy asses out here and face The Rock.
The mouthpiece for all the WWF superstars.
If you do not meet our demands, we've got every single WWF superstar ready to walk out on your candy asses. You will reinstate Mick Foley now.
Mick Foley's back in the WWF.
You want me at the Garden? You want me at the Rumble? You got it.
Once again, Triple H, with your permission, I think we ought to see you and we ought to see X-Pac in this very ring tonight.
It's going to be X-Pac taking on Triple H one-on-one here. Oh, look at Stephanie. Stephanie. Oh, Stephanie just, he tripped.
No, he didn't trip.
He tripped. He fell. He pulled that foot out from under X-Pac. That rope was slippery. That rope was wet. Yeah, that agreed. There is a lot of problems right now within DX.
The Rock says it's going to be the entire DX facing the Acolytes. They're going to have a tag team with them, and that tag team is going to be the Rock and Sock Connection.
We've got to stick together on this or we're going to get our ass kicked. All right, so we've got to show some unity here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll just stick together.
No unity here. There's no love in DX. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, what the hell's that? What the hell is that? DX is not tagging their leader. Wait a minute. They're not sticking together? DX has taken a walk. They're leaving? DX is walking out on Triple H and his wife. Wait a minute. On the Rock and the Acolytes on the outside. We got a war up on the staging area. Oh, my gosh. Look at this.
leaving these two men, Mankind and Triple H, back in the ring. Our 8-man tag has disintegrated into 2 men with a keen hatred for each other. I can't believe this. How is Mankind still standing? Well, he won't be for long. Help me with a battery. I can't believe this night has turned out like this.
After the beating you gave me on Monday night, one thing Mankind is not is ready to face you in a street fight at the Royal Rumble in Madison Square Garden. But I think the WWF fans deserve a substitute in that match. I think you know the guy. His name is Cactus Jack, and his first official act is to kick your teeth all over the city of Chicago.
Cactus Jack is back! Cactus Jack hammering away on the WWF champion! Get out of there, game! Mick Foley is more vicious, more dangerous than ever, King! This guy's psychotic! King, he's homicidal! King, do you think Triple H knows what the hell he's gotten himself into for the Royal Rumble?
Triple H, I will take what you hold dearest, and it will be mine! Mine! All mine! Baby!
So what does Cactus Jack mean to Triple H? It could very well spell the end of Triple H's reign as World Wrestling Federation champion. We'll find out in what promises to be a physical war next Sunday night at the Royal Rumble at 1 a.m.
Excuse me? Excuse me? You want to do what? You want to do what? How dare you? How dare you? You just wait. You just wait right here.
Hardcore Holly!
We weren't expecting the Hollies. They're not scheduled to compete here on Heat. We also weren't expecting Tori to get so upset at Kaientai.
I don't speak Japanese, but I can't imagine Kaientai saying anything offensive to anybody.
Now, everybody knows
Oh, sorry.
Wake up, Michael. Super heavyweight talking to you.
Everybody needs to shut up and show me the respect that I deserve because I am the big shot.
Oh, by the way, we forgot to tell you he's also the big shot.
Now everybody knows that I beat Chris Jericho right in the middle of the ring, and I beat China right in the middle of the ring.
In tag team matches on Raw and on SmackDown, Michael.
By all rights, I should be the Intercontinental Champion right now.
Since when do you crown a champion in a tag team match?
Again, Hardcore Holly in the fantasy world. Perhaps he thinks he does.
I want to be the Intercontinental Champion.
And I want the Godfather's ladies.
Easy now.
So China, Chris Jericho, you know I made the challenge earlier today.
What challenge?
But now I'm making it public. Now I don't give a rat's furry little which one it is, but why don't you come out here, either one, and accept my challenge?
Michael, I had heard rumors about something for the Royal Rumble involving the Intercontinental Championship, but apparently Hardcore Holly is stealing Chris Jericho's time in the spotlight.
Well, apparently the ninth wonder of the world, China, is about to accept the challenge laid out from Hardcore Holly.
Will she accept? Well, maybe she'll make Chris Jericho defend the title. I wouldn't want to take on Hardcore Holly. No thanks.
Accompanied by the World Wrestling Federation Women's Champion, Kat, it's China, who is one of the co-holders of the Intercontinental title for the first time in World Wrestling Federation history. We have co-holders of the Intercontinental Championship, China, and her adversary, Chris Jericho.
China and Chris Jericho can't stand each other. They hold victories over one another for the Intercontinental Championship, and a double pin led to them being co-holders of the title, like you said.
Well, Big Shot, as the Intercontinental Champion,
One of the.
I accept.
China's accepted the challenge from Hardcore Holly.
Oh, and Bob, I'm gonna kick your
So I guess you were right, Kevin. Uh-oh. Great. It's the other co-holder of the Intercontinental title, Y2J Chris Jericho, who's a master manipulator, who loves to brag, who loves to boast, but he's one hell of an athlete.
He would not be one half, or a co-holder, I guess you should say, in the Intercontinental Championship if he wasn't. Tremendous. But now what's going to happen?
Now, China, hold on one second. There is no doubt in my mind that you are one tough sister. As a matter of fact, you could probably beat Bob Holly, but I'm not going to take the chance of you screwing anything up. So at the Royal Rumble, I'm going to take the Intercontinental Championship shot jerky, if that's okay with you.
Jerky? Well, there seems to be dissension amongst the ranks.
It's me.
No, that's not okay.
What are you going to do, flip a coin?
Wait a minute. Now you both can't accept.
It really should be me, Chris. I mean, really, I've got the title.
Hey, but okay, look. I'll tell you what, I got an idea. Why don't we do this? China, Jericho, and myself, why don't we make it a triple threat match for the undisputed Intercontinental Champion at Royal Rumble? How about that?
Wow. Interesting proposal from Hardcore Holly. The fans want to get it on like that. What about Jericho and China?
China and Jericho both mulling the offer over.
Do you both accept?
So you're saying you, me, and Chris Jericho in the middle of the ring, one of us walks out the Intercontinental Champion.
You got that right.
Well, that's fine with me. I'll beat you, and I'll beat you.
So China's accepted. Chris Jericho, the final piece to the triple threat puzzle.
That's even more fine with me because all of these Jerichoholics know.
Hey, Jericho, why don't you shut up?
Whoa.
First of all, there will never, ever be, without a doubt, after Royal Rumble, who the undisputed Intercontinental Champion's gonna be, and that's gonna be me, Bob Holly.
Hardcore Holly stealing some of Chris Jericho's thunder, using one of Jericho's trademark lines, but the bottom line is triple threat match is set. Well, China and Chris Jericho co-own the gold now, but who will hold the title after the Royal Rumble? Apparently, the co-holding days for China and Jericho will end at the Royal Rumble. We'll find out.
One man.
I lost my teeth.
In this business
I cracked my face.
has the ability to take it to his level. And only one man stands between him and the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Triple H, Cactus Jack, the road to WrestleMania starts now.
The Royal Rumble live next Sunday at 1 a.m. on Channel 4. We know for three guys who are brash, bold, got a lot of money, think they're good, they are good. They've yet to win a match in the World Wrestling Federation.
Life is different here in the World Wrestling Federation than on the mean streets of Greenwich, Connecticut.
Team match scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 766 pounds, Rodney, Pete Gas, and Joey Abs, the Mean Street Posse.
Well, the Posse are set to take on Kaientai and tag team it. There's Kaientai warming up for this big matchup. Oh no, Kevin, look out.
Oh no!
It's the Big Red Machine Kane dismantling Kaientai. And I think Kane's girlfriend Corey putting a little bug in his ear. Oh man!
Well, I know that the Posse is enjoying the view from ringside. They're watching their opponents getting dismantled.
Yeah, but look at the Posse. They're asking the referee to declare them the winners. Do you believe that?
Well, it's obvious that Kaientai is not going to be able to compete, so the Posse should win by forfeit.
So they're going to take their first victory that way.
They'll take it proudly.
Oh, come on.
Hardly deserved, but they will definitely take it. Congratulations to the Posse for their first win here in the World Wrestling.
Not too fast.
Wait a minute.
That is the music.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 861 pounds, Too Cool and Rikishi 5-2.
Well, earlier on, Kevin, we saw the Posse tick off Rikishi while Rikishi was in the bathroom, and I think they're going to replace Kaientai in this match.
I think Rikishi Fatu will gladly lead Too Cool into battle against the Mean Street Posse. You don't want to make the big man mad.
A week from tonight at 1 a.m. here on Channel 4, it's the Royal Rumble. Rikishi, Too Cool, and one of the members of the Posse will be 4 participants in that huge Royal Rumble match.
When you're 400 pounds like Rikishi Fatu is, how could you not be one of the favorites?
Who's the favorite in your mind in the championship match, the street fight between Cactus Jack and Triple H?
You know, in my mind, Michael, the favorite has to be the champion in any championship contest. He walks in really having to get beaten for the goal. But in a situation where it's now Cactus Jack, the most dangerous personality within Mick Foley, in a street fight situation, meaning anything goes, this is one of those rare occasions where the challenger, in my mind, is the favorite.
So the Posse huddling, and look out, there goes Grandmaster Sexay, Scotty 2 Hotty, and they're getting it on outside the ring.
Well, the Main Street Posse was prepared to take on Kaientai. As we said earlier, the Posse was looking for revenge for Kaientai, keeping him on the losing skid.
Oh!
But it was Rodney there getting throttled by Scotty 2 Hotty and his obnoxious attitude towards Rikishi Fatu that now finds them in this 6-man situation getting brutalized.
Did you just see the kick to Pete Gas? Over 400 pounds of Rikishi Fatu.
Rikishi's an incredible athlete, and he and Too Cool are so entertaining.
Oh, man. And there's the belly-to-belly from Rikishi. Pete Gas may be out. Pete Gas may have a broken rib. And here comes Joey Abs. And we've seen this before, the sit-out pile driver from Rikishi. He wants more. He wants Rodney.
Oh, you know that Rikishi is going to savor this one.
I'm going to make a prediction right here.
Yeah.
Posse won't win.
Don't go too far out on that limb, Michael.
Scotty 2 Hotty, Grandmaster Sexay, double teaming Rodney as this crowd is chanting Rikishi's name. Double elbow, and they're Too Cool.
Oh, gross. Wow-wee. It's all about freedom of expression here in the World Wrestling Federation.
Rikishi looks like he's pretty upset as he heads to the corner, and he's not going to do this, is he?
This would be described as good use of an asset.
You ever been to SeaWorld?
Matter of fact, I have.
You know when the killer whale comes out of the water?
Yeah.
Brace yourself. And a little shake, rattle, and roll for good magic. Can you imagine?
Here are your
What
winners,
horror.
Too Cool and Rikishi 5-2.
Couldn't have happened to nicer Greenwich, Connecticut snobs, though.
So the Mean Street Posse keep their losing streak intact. We saw earlier on in Heat, Kurt Angle keeping his winning streak going.
And we know that the Intercontinental Championship is going to be on the line at the Royal Rumble, Michael. Hardcore Holly issues a challenge to China Chris Jericho, and what we wind up with is a triple threat match. And obviously the days of the co-championship are over.
Yeah, undisputed champion will be crowned at the Royal. Where's he going?
I don't think Grandmaster Sexay is going to allow Rikishi to leave without entertaining these folks.
Well, listen to the crowd on its feet, chanting Rikishi's name. And, you know, you can't dance without the shades.
He puts those shades on and it's like a transformation.
Rikishi and Too Cool, victory, and I guess you could call this their victory lap. Getting jiggy with it. Rikishi and Too Cool on Heat. You know, this is what the World Wrestling Federation is all about. Sports entertainment at its best, and perhaps never has there been a phenom quite like Rikishi Fatu.
Tremendous physical action, great entertaining skills. The World Wrestling Federation has it all, and you can be part of it every Sunday right here on Channel 4.
Next Sunday night at 1 a.m. on Channel 4 with the Royal Rumble, where Rikishi fought to upset the field in the Rumble match. We'll find out for Kevin and Michael. See you next week.